Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a zodiac love reading for this sign of Gemini, and these readings have been very specific, so you'll know if it's your reading or not. And this won't resonate with every Gemini out there, so if it's not resonating with you and you feel called to, you can check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And today I'm not using oracle cards, I'm just using tarot. And we're going to have a look at your energy and the person you're connected to. And that's what I mean. It gets very specific. And then at the end, I'm going to pull some channeled messages from this person. So let's get into it, Gemini. Let's see what collective I'm channeling. We have Judgment on the bottom. So there could be an awakening happening here with Judgment. Or this person could have awakened you to spirituality. We also have the Star, which talks about healing, Aquarius energy. So let's see what's going on here. Spirit, what do we need to know for Gemini? What do we need to know for Gemini? You could be working on yourself right now. Could be connected to an Aries. So what do we need to know for Gemini? All right, let's have a look. We have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands does, this card specifically does talk about defensiveness. So you could have been dealing with someone who is quite defensive. You and this person could have triggered each other. The other thing is that there could be boundaries in place here, or someone could be keeping... The Seven of Wands talks about protecting your heart space or keeping someone at an arm's length. Someone could have blocked someone here. And we have the Four of Wands. So there could have been someone denying this connection. Four of Wands, 1111. Someone could have been resisting commitment. So let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's happening. So show me Gemini's energy. We have the Three of Pentacles. So we have collaboration, skill, teamwork. So it does feel like you want to work things out with this person or get on the same page. And you could have tried to cooperate with this person, but maybe they were quite defensive. You could also be collaborating with others right now, specifically through work. Or you could be working on your skills. I feel like you were a good teammate here. We do have the Three of Wands, so you could be hoping that things move forward in this connection. We have the Chariot, so you could be waiting for communication from this person or wanting to move forward with this person. It also talks about determination. So you could be someone who's very determined to, you know, cooperate with this person, to work things out, to move things forward, to explore this connection. I'm not sure if you're with this person or not. With the Seven of Wands, that does show, you know, like I said, it's almost like keeping someone at arm's length or being blocked, or boundaries being in place. Interesting. I kind of want to get one more card for you. You have Cancer energy on your side. But like determination and willpower with the Chariot, it feels like you're very determined to cooperate with this person. Let's get one more. One more for Gemini. We have the Page of Pentacles. So you could be focused on you could be focused on work right now, or a new job or a new financial opportunity with the Page of Pentacles. I also feel like you could be focused on your growth right now. For some of you, this could be, like if you're talking to this person, it could be that this is like a new chapter or a fresh start or something new. This is, on the bottom we have the Six of Swords, which talks about a transitional period. So I'm really on the fence if you're talking to this person or not, because it feels like you're going through some sort of transition, whether that is moving, something to do with your work, or something to do with this connection. And you could be wondering, is it time to move on from this connection? Let's see what's going on with the person you're connected to. We have the moon, so there's fear and uncertainty towards this connection on your person's side, and we have temperance. So temperance does talk about like patience, needing to balance energy. So it feels like this person has a lot of, like I said, fear and uncertainty about this connection, and they can't see things clearly right now when it comes to this connection. They could also be being guided by their intuition right now. This is Pisces energy and Cancer. So they could be guided by their intuition right now. They could also be doing shadow work here, because temperance does talk about healing. So they could be healing some shadows here. Let's keep going. Person, we'll take it this way. So you've got someone feeling insecure here. You've got someone feeling insecure here. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and it talks about an energetic imbalance. And we had temperance coming out. So there's a need for this person to balance their energy. They could have been more in some kind of distorted energy. This connection, I'm seeing you as someone who is a good teammate, wants to cooperate, good at compromise. And with them coming out with imbalances, maybe they weren't meeting you halfway. It also talks about financial insecurity. So I was hearing that this person, I feel like they feel insecure and uncertain right now. And that could stop them from coming towards you or committing to this, if they're feeling that way. We also have the Seven of Pentacles, which again, we're getting the energy of patience, waiting, and growth. So it does feel like this person is going through some growth, and they could be waiting to take this connection to the next level or to communicate with you if you are, if there's boundaries in place here. Let's get one more. That's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. One more for the person you're connected to. We have the Seven of Cups. So they have confusion coming out here where they can't see things clearly. And I feel like they're trying to make a decision. The moon and the Seven of Cups, very similar energy. They're feeling confused here about what to do. They could have other options or other things they're focusing on right now. For example, work could be one of them. It feels like this person is dreaming about you. Trying to make a decision. And it's interesting because I was getting this energy of feeling like I'm really on the fence if you're talking to this person or not. And I kind of feel like your person is kind of on the fence a bit about something. So we're going to look at past energy. Past energy. We have the Ten of Wands. Interesting. And the King of Swords. So one thing that I'm seeing is there could have been something about communication here. There could have been miscommunications, or this person could have been in the past cold and withdrawn or detached from this connection. They could have been showing up in a very not showing up emotionally. And then the Ten of Wands talks about lightening the load, and it talks about release. So you could have released this connection, or they could have released it. I'm going to be honest, I'm seeing imbalance in their energy, so they could be emotionally burnt out in some way, and they were unable to show up emotionally for this connection. But if this was someone where there was an imbalance between you, and you were giving more than you were receiving, that can lead to emotional burnout. That can lead to that Ten of Wands. It can lead to an energy of feeling burnt out because your cup isn't being filled back. It's like you're emptying all your resources into something that's not giving back to you, which causes emotional burnout. And it does feel like these burdens were put down. And you could have had to look at this very logically. You could have loved this person. You could have seen a future with them. But it feels like maybe you had to look at it very logically and release it, or lighten your load, so to speak. Put those burdens down. You could have hit a breaking point with the Ten of Wands. And the person you were connected to, there could be something about miscommunication here. Let's get another one for past energy. We have the Seven of Pentacles, so it looks like that's what I mean. It feels like you were very patient with this person and you were investing in this connection, but someone released it here with the Ten of Wands in reverse. We also have the Four of Cups in reverse, which it has a different meaning than a lot of the Four of Cups cards in reverse, but I am going to take these words here. It says retreat and withdrawal. So the Four of Cups, in the past energy, this person maybe wasn't focused on the love that you were trying to show them. They could have had their focus on other things. They could have made you feel like an option. They could have taken your love for granted, and it could have felt like you were pouring into a bottomless cup. And someone definitely retreated from this connection or withdrew their energy because maybe there was a lack of growth, or maybe, maybe this person wasn't showing any growth. Maybe this connection wasn't going anywhere. I feel like you were very patient, but you can only be patient for so long when it's draining your energy. I want to see what's blocking this, or what was blocking it in the past. What was blocking this connection in the past? So we have the Page of Wands as a blockage, and that does talk about immaturity. So someone here could have been quite immature. You could be dealing with someone younger than you. It also says like lack of direction. So this connection maybe wasn't moving towards anything. It just kind of kept, it could have, I'm hearing plateaued. It could have plateaued. Am I saying that right? Setbacks. So there were setbacks within this connection, blockages that came up. The Page of Wands in reverse also talks about, or as a blockage, it does talk about failure to commit. So you could have been dealing with someone who was resisting commitment, which is what I said in the beginning of this reading. Ten of Pentacles as a blockage. There was something, fear of commitment definitely coming through, instability. The opinions of family and friends could also be a blockage here. So let's see how you're feeling about this person. How are you feeling about them? We have the Eight of Cups, walking away. Six of Swords, transition. So you are I feel like you have transitioned. Like maybe this person walked away from you, or maybe you walked away from them. You could have felt abandoned by this person, because the Eight of Cups also talks about abandonment. And Six of Swords, you could be in this transitional period where you're not sure if you want to move on and leave this behind, or if you want to reconnect with this person. Oh, that's pretty straight. You could have been accepting less than you deserved here, and maybe you didn't realize that. Maybe you did realize that with that King of Swords. Maybe you started to look at this logically and saw, I'm accepting less than I deserve. I need to walk away from this. Or if you weren't seeing it and this person detached from you and withdrew their energy, it's very possible that after they walked away, that's when you realized, wait a minute, I was actually accepting way less than I deserved. All right, so let's see. You could also be dealing with someone who is in avoidance or is like has an avoidant attachment style. So let's see. Let's get another one for how you're feeling about them. We have the King of Cups. So it does look like you have love for this person. You could feel like this person needs to mature emotionally with the King of Cups. I feel like you were someone who had empathy for this person, but again, you can only have so much empathy for someone before they need to step up. Like, anyway. We also have the Nine of Cups and the Lovers. So it does feel like this was your happiness, or you felt like this was your happiness, your wish fulfillment, Lover's energy. You could have felt a divine connection with this person or a very strong bond with this person. Like I said, King of Cups is the highest form of love there is. So someone you loved walked away from you, or you had to walk away from someone that you had love for. It can be incredibly hard to walk away from someone you love. I'm going to get one more for your side. How do you feel about this person? We have the Page of Cups. So I do feel like you have a new perspective of this person. Whatever that new perspective is for you, because the Page of Cups talks about having a new perspective. I also feel like you had to walk away from this because this person was lacking maturity. So the King of Cups, if we're talking about just the cards I'm seeing here with the blockages in the past, this person could have been showing up in an emotionally immature way to the point where you could have felt like you were being emotionally manipulated by them. This could have been someone who reacted from an immature place emotionally. It also talks about emotional distance. So you could be gaining a new perspective that actually, looking back, this person was very emotionally distant with me, or they were avoiding being emotional and open with me. The Page of Cups, it feels like you could be realizing or getting a new perspective that this person wasn't ready for commitment emotionally. It also talks about intuitive messages. So you could be having a lot of intuitive messages about this. I keep hearing something about some of you that you may have met someone at work, someone new. If it's not this person that you met at work, you could be, I mean, I need to say it because I keep looking back at these cards. You could be starting a new job or collaborating with others on some sort of new like even an entrepreneurial thing online, or just some of you may have recently met someone through work though, and you could be feeling pulled or on the fence about whether or not you want to explore something new with someone else, or if you want to keep your heart open for this person. I just wanted to mention it because Spirit kept calling my attention back to those cards with a message about someone you work with. So I wanted to bring it up. All right, let's see how you are feeling about them. You could also be looking at this person or feeling like this person has childhood wounding that they need to heal. So let's see how they're feeling about you. 8 of Wands, communication. So they do want to come towards you here. 2 of Cups, yeah. They definitely want to have an honest conversation with you, but they're feeling very insecure about coming towards you and confused on how to come towards you. They could also feel like you're moving on, like maybe you do have someone else in your energy and you're moving on with another connection or moving forward with another connection. But this person wants to engage in an honest conversation to clear up miscommunications here. Action, yeah, they're thinking about taking action towards you. You know, you've got 2 cards of action and then a card of an honest conversation. How is this person feeling about you? They could have also developed feelings very quickly for you with the 8 of Wands. We have the Page of Swords, communication again. You have a 3rd communication card coming out. So this person could be watching you with the Page of Swords here. I almost said the Page of Communication. But this person is curious if you would be open to hearing from them, if you would reply to them. They're curious about what you're up to. And then we have the 4 of Swords, contemplation. So 4 of Swords, they do feel like you've withdrawn your energy. And, you know, maybe they withdrew their energy first and you just thought, okay, I'm not going to chase you. But it feels like this person, with the 4 of Swords, they're in deep contemplation on how to start a conversation with you. Both cards are about communication here. So they're trying to figure out how to come out of this break period and talk to you, what to say. Very curious about you. How is this person feeling? Now we've got the 4 of Cups in reverse again, and it does say withdrawal. It also says checking in for alignment. And the 4 of Cups typically is about clarity, awareness. So I feel like this person has some clarity and awareness as to why you withdrew your energy, or the 4 of Cups talks in reverse, specifically talks about putting in more effort. So they feel like they need to put in more effort into this connection. And then we have another card about communication. So communication is heavily on this person's mind, but they have fear and uncertainty and confusion and insecurity when it comes to coming forward with this communication. The Magician is Gemini and Virgo. We have water. I'm seeing every sign in this reading. Water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And we have the star on the bottom, Aquarius. So this person does have hope that they can take action, the Ace of Wands. They have hope that you can have a new beginning. They have hope that this can be healed. And, you know, maybe there's some things this person still needs to heal before taking action. So let's look at their intentions. What are their intentions? King of Wands came flying out. So King of Wands, they want to take the lead here. They want to come towards you with bold action. They want to take control of this situation. There's also something about them wanting to mature, because remember what was blocking this in the past was the Page of Wands. So now they want to be mature and come towards you, take bold action, and take control of this situation with the King of Wands. Their intentions. What are their intentions? We have the Six of Cups. So their intentions are to reach out to you, to reconnect with you, to have reunion with you. You know, like I always say, Six of Cups is about hearing from that person. We also have Strength flipping out, but I'm going to keep it in the deck. So their intentions are to work up the confidence and the courage to reconnect with you, which is kind of what we were seeing. That's kind of, you know, they're in this very insecure energy over here. So we're going to look at the connecting energy between you and them in the next 4 weeks, because that'll show us if there's action being taken. So what is the connecting energy between Gemini and this person in the next 4 weeks? We have Death. Ooh, interesting. We have the Devil in reverse. So there's a transformation happening here. It's interesting because the Devil in reverse talks about enlightenment. It does talk about self-awareness. It also talks about taking control of a situation, not letting the situation control you. And their intention is to take control of the situation, but I need to confirm it because we also have Death here. So we have transformation and change. So something is transforming within this connection between the two of you. And there's some sort of change coming in. And, you know, the Death card does talk about new beginnings, but I want to confirm it. The energy between you in the next, that's Scorpio energy. I'm hearing rebirth. The energy between you in the next 4 weeks. Well, we've got the Five of Swords in reverse, reconciliation. And we have the Six of Swords, transition, reconnection. So this is pretty straightforward, because we have reconciliation, forgiveness, moving forward. And we have the Five of Swords is about making amends when it's in the reverse in this context. So this person wanting to make amends with you. The Six of Swords is about moving into calmer waters, transitioning into calmer waters, wanting to repair a disconnect. So I do feel like you and this person will be reconnecting. The thing that I want to mention, though, is that you do not have to take this person back if you're already moving on, because both of these cards talk about moving on. And what I mean by that is I'm seeing a reconnection. So you and this person talking, and it's possible that when they come in, you get the closure you need, because we also have the World card here. So it's possible that you get the closure that you need. And you tell this person, I'm moving on. I don't see a future here anymore, if that's what you want. Or there's a reconciliation. I think that the choice will be yours when they come in. And there's the ending of a chapter and the beginning of a new chapter here with the World card. We also have completion, fulfillment, unity. So that's what I mean. For a lot of you, this is about you and this person getting back together. But if that's not what you want, I see you getting the closure that you need to finally move forward. Then we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is another card of reconciliation. So there's definitely a chance of reconciliation here. We have the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. So yeah, So what is your advice? What is your advice? We have the Nine of Cups and the Two of Wands. So I do think that there was something about what I was saying where the choice will be yours. You kind of see these two people coming together with one wand here. There's planning for the future here. There's progress. So think about what you want for the future. And the Two of Wands is about a choice. So again, it's going to be your choice if you want this or not. You know, if they come towards you and what they're saying isn't satisfying you and you feel like they still need to do some inner healing, you have every right to say that. But it's going to be your decision here. Whatever your heart desires is what I'm hearing. All right, so let's get a few. There's another message here before I move on. To not take don't make an impulsive decision when they come in. Take some time to reflect before you give them a decision, is what I'm hearing. So let's get some channeled messages for you. Channeled messages. Look, holding back. So this person I feel was holding back emotionally. All right. Our love is always there despite the distance. So what does this person want to say to Gemini? Missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. And they are seeing you as a missed opportunity. I said that. We have indecisive. That's the energy they're in right now. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. That could be true for the past too. You could have been dealing with someone who was very indecisive. What does this person want to say? So we have secrets. I haven't told you everything. So there could be something that they need to reveal to you here. We have dishonesty, or that could be past energy as well. They could have been very dishonest with you in some way. By lying, I ripped us apart. Even just lying that they didn't see a future with you. We have habits. I don't know if I will, I said it, I don't know if I will ever change. So this person could have some bad habits that they're releasing. And then we have mend. I want to fix our connection. Excuse me, froggy in my throat, releasing, cleansing, healing. So it'll be up to you, Gemini, but I'm going to leave your reading here. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.